Good evening, everyone. I'd like to call the Wednesday, November 20th, 2019 Community Development Agency meeting to order. It is now 5:24 p.m. Roll call, Madam Clerk.
Board Member Bailey?
Present.
Board Member Roth?
Here.
Board Member Fletcher?
Present.
Board Member Shelley?
Here.
Chairman Losner?
Here. Are there any deletions or deferrals? No. Okay. I'll entertain a motion for approval of the minutes of the CRA meeting of October 15th, 2019. It's been moved by Councilwoman Bailey, seconded by Councilman Roth. Any questions or comments? None appearing. All in favor? Aye. No opposed? Thank you. Tab 2, new business.
Yes. Tab 2 is a resolution of the Community Redevelopment Agency Board of the City of Homestead, Florida, approving the purchase of a 2020 Chevrolet Suburban 1500 utilizing Sourcewell, formerly NJPA contract number 120716-NAF for vehicles, cars, vans, SUVs, and light trucks with related equipment, accessories, and services, providing for implementation and providing for an effective date.
Any questions or comments from the board? Mr. Shelley? Gotcha.
Thank you, Mayor. What's the main purpose for the Suburban? What's its use? What's its function for the CRA? That's the worst part about being mayor, is trying to control that electronic thing. I hated that.
Oh. I had you on for a minute. It's a black button under her seat, right? Here? There we go. Try now.
No.
Well, you're on. No, don't come up here. It's her fault. It's not mine. I can. See, she's on.
Now I'm on. Yes.
Okay.
Okay. Thank you, sir. So to answer your question, on a monthly basis, we get investors, developers that come down that are interested in investing in our community and our economy. And so we take them on tours. We show them the city, show them the CRA area, show them opportunities of investment where we can have job growth. And on average, we have about 5 individuals that will come. So when you add the 5 plus our 2, that's like 7 individuals that we have to put in a vehicle. Our current CRA car definitely can't handle it, and the reason that we're asking for this size SUV is because of the capacity. What happens is we have to rent a vehicle when we have time to plan. We are able to rent a vehicle. It costs us about $3,000 a year, and so we think it would be a wiser use of money if we purchase a vehicle. It wouldn't have to continue to rent this vehicle. But the other problem is that at times we don't have enough time, enough notice to rent a car. And because those high-capacity vehicles companies don't tend to carry those in high demand or a large stock of them, that we're not able to rent one. So we go to different departments and see if we can borrow a vehicle from them, or we do without. So unfortunately, we do need a vehicle that can accommodate 7 to 8 passengers for this purpose.
All right, so you're mainly using this, I guess, as a means of enticing, or as you're trying to entice either developers or investors into the CRA, this is your means of driving them around, or this is your means of showing off the city, is what you're using this for. The reason I ask the questions is that I know I've raised this during our budget cycles as well, just being that making sure that we're putting monies in to the CRA, they're gonna have longer term effects or longer term return on investments, projects, and so that was why I asked the question is where was the benefit for the CRA as a whole if we're buying this capital asset, this car, how are we putting that to use such that it maybe generates some sort of return on that investment or generate some sort of impact into the community. So I see where you're saying that it might do that. So thank you, Mayor.
Thank you. Councilman Fletcher.
Yes, thank you. I went ahead and I contacted staff last night. I found a discrepancy in the paperwork that was provided to us previously, but I want to go ahead and put it on record that I know we did not do a public bid for this particular item. Could you explain that so everyone kind of understands that once again?
Councilman, through the manager. In the past, what we've done, when we've gone out for solicitation, especially for the purchase of vehicles, we do an RFI, request for information from the local vendors. Unfortunately, due to the volume pricing from these contracts, they've never been able to meet that pricing.
Okay, I just, if I may, we do have some new ownership in some of our local businesses, and I like us to work with our local vendors first if we possibly can, understanding the fact that typically you don't get a response or they can't. But just for future reference, I think we need to look at possibly bringing that back into effect instead of just the blanket purchase contract we have with the state type bid contracts. Thank you.
Thank you. Councilmember Bailey, did you have any? Councilman Roth? Nope. Thank you. I just like to say I shared council members Shelley's concerns as to, the use and the need for that large, inefficient vehicle. I don't know if you utilized it for staff to go to meetings in Miami and so forth, difficult to park and not efficient, but staff has assured me as to the parameters and the need and the longevity of it, and as well as, Mr. Fletcher, your concerns as to the piggybacking on other bids. So I have a motion for approval of car number 2738 for the purchase of the 2020 Chevrolet Suburban. Moved by Councilmember Roth. Seconded by Councilmember Fletcher. Any final comments from the board? Roll call vote, Madam Clerk.
Board Member Bailey? Yes. Board Member Fletcher?
Yes.
Board Member Roth? Yes. Board Member Shelley? Yes. Chairman Losner?
Yes.
Motion carries.
Thank you. Next item, tab 3.
Tab 3 is a resolution of the Community Redevelopment Agency Board of the City of Homestead, Florida, approving the purchase of the property located at 51 West Maury Drive, approving the demolition of any improvements located on the property, providing for implementation, providing for an effective date.
Go staff report.
Mr. Chairman, staff recommends that Mayor and Council approve the attached resolution authorizing the city manager to enter into an agreement for the purchase of real property from Safe Space Foundation, Inc. in the amount of $270,000. As mentioned by the attorney, the property is located across from Homestead Station at 51 West Maury Drive, which is directly across from our parking garage next to the police station, and it abuts the Losner Park.
Thank you. Any questions from the board? No questions? Yeah, Councilman Fletcher.
Okay, what's the end use of this property or the planned development in the future?
The vision of that is for the continued growth of our downtown and to have a residential, either mixed-use project there. So it will be a part of a larger parcel of land. So that's just one piece of about an acre to start off with.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. Do we have any public comment? Do we have a motion for approval of the resolution for purchase of the property from Safe Space Foundation, Inc.? Moved by Councilman Roth. Second by Councilman Shelley. Any further comments, questions? Roll call vote, Madam Clerk?
Board Member Roth?
Yes.
Board Member Shelley? Board Member Bailey? Board Member Fletcher? Chairman Losner?
Yes.
The motion carries.
Thank you. Any further business? Motion to adjourn. Second. All in favor? Aye. Meeting adjourned. Thank you all. We'll be back shortly.